Hey everybody, this is Papa Sean, and we are going to use Saviour Schnapps Alchemy, going full tilt here. Alright, so Saviour Schnapps, we're going to make as many as we can and see how many we can get in a row. So we're going to go ahead and grab the wine and dump it in. Grab the nettles. Dump it in. Come here, Mr. Nettles. Alright, so you want one handful of nettles. You're going to throw that in the pot. Boom. Going to hit the bellows to get the fire going. And while that's boiling, we're going to go ahead and mix up our belladonna. We need 2 handfuls of belladonna. We're going to throw that in the mortar. Bam. Alright, we can do both at the same time. And bam. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab that pestle. Grind her up. And then we'll throw that in the dish. Bam. Alright, get that bellows going again for one more turn for the nettles. It's supposed to go for 2 turns. We'll go ahead and use that glass right now so we can kind of get an eye on the time. Grab our dish. Watching that sand glass go down. When it gets to about close to a third, we'll go ahead and toss it in now. Bam. Give that bellow another yank. Get it nice piping hot. And we're going to flip the glass again. Grab ourselves a vial. And we're watching the time tick down again. Right around a third, we'll go ahead and pour it into the pot there, since we were a little bit delayed in getting the glass turned. And that is 1 schnapps. We'll go back to the book, and we are going to prepare the ingredients again. We're going to go to the wine. And this is just to kind of show repetition, so if you guys are doing this for the first time, because it can get a little tricky the first time that you do it, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick, I promise. So 1 handful of nettles, we toss it in the pot. We'll go ahead and give that bellows a yank. We won't worry with the glass. We'll go ahead and grab the belladonna while we're waiting. Throw it in the mortar. 1 more belladonna. Throw it in the mortar. And grab the pestle. So if you're wondering where to get the nettles and belladonna, well, you're going to have to go hunting for herbs. And belladonna look like about waist-high bushes with little purple flowers on the end of them. And nettles look like they're stinging nettles. They look a lot like grass almost, really. I mean, like a little bushy weed kind of plant. Alright, I didn't do a sand glass turn. This might get tricky here, but I'm going to estimate it right about now. Bam. Give that bellow another yank. And you're going to need 2 belladonna and 1 nettle per var. We'll go ahead and flip it this time. And then right around halfway through, we'll pour it in and hope we got this one right. Alright, here we go. And Saviour Schnapps number 2. Excellent. So go back to the book. We'll go ahead and prepare the ingredients. And then we'll go ahead and, well, I'm going to start the flame going, but there's no wine in it yet. It's just a hot pot. Hot pot. Let's pour some wine in there. Grab those nettles. And so when you prepare the ingredients, it's pulling from your inventory. So this is your inventory. They aren't just free stuff. The only things that are free are the wine and the vials. And I have a suspicion that I'm using this guy's alchemy bench, he may charge me. I'm not sure. I got a weird charge from the guy a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if I just didn't have enough money to buy whatever it is I was buying. Alright, we'll go ahead and do one more turn here. Okay, I think we need to do the mortar and pestle. And that should be about 2 turns with the nettles. Okay, and the sand glass is empty. I'm going to go ahead and throw this directly in the pot, skipping the dish this time. And we want to make sure we give that bellows another crank, because we're going to want to get it up to boiling. You see those bubbles going? It's boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the sand glass. And I'll give it another good yank for good measure, and then I'll grab a file. Okay, hourglass is sand glass is done, so let me go ahead and pour it in, and let's hope for number 3. Do we have number 3? And Saviour Schnapps number 3. So you can see that I'm doing it slightly different each time, and that's okay. Alright, so we got our ingredients up and running, grabbing that wine. And if you're worried about the herbs running out, you can buy them from an alchemist shop, like the one I'm in right now. Can't get very many, but they reset, I think, every day. They add more into it. I started the bellows. I'll go ahead and throw the nettles in now. But the plants on the outside, out in the wild, will reset on a 7-day basis. So if you know where some of your favorite ingredients are, you can come back in a in-game week and you get yourself some more. But they're pretty much everywhere. Good bet is, as you're doing it, anything, everything, you happen to see the things that you need, especially belladonna and nettles, but belladonna, number 1. You want to definitely pick up any belladonna you see, because you're going to need 2 of those per Saviour Schnapp. Alright, we should be able to toss this in. I can go ahead and, whoops, toss it in there, and we'll give the bellows another crank. So I've let the cauldron go cold, but I just need to bring it back up to full heat. Get a turn on that sand glass. Grab another vial. And that'll do her. Show me Saviour Schnapps. Alright, number 4, Saviour Schnapps. Alright, so this is something you're going to need these saves anyway, so you might as well go ahead and get your alchemy skill up making Saviour Schnapps. There are a lot of other great potions out there, but Saviour Schnapps is always going to have a home in your bag. Alright, so we got some wine. Grabbing the nettles. In the pot we go. And so when you're waiting for, rather than skipping time or whatever, you can use the alchemy shop. If you're waiting for it to be a certain time of day in the game, it's a great way to spend your time doing that. Grab some belladonna. I mean, you could be robbing people blind right now, but how are you going to rob people blind if you don't want to have, you don't have your saves, right? You got to have your saves so that you can get yourself in a good place, save the game on demand, get your mad loot, and then I think that's about ready. Let's go ahead and this one might be a little botched, but we'll see. I give it another crank and we'll do the turn. But yeah, you get a lot of good loot, and you're worried you might get caught. You want to go ahead and hit that save again. You can do that. And you're going to need plenty of Saviour Schnapps to do that on demand. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a vial. I'm a little concerned about this one. I've gotten a little distracted while I was doing it, but let's see how we do. Come on, Saviour Schnapps. Come on. Come on. And we got a Saviour Schnapps. Alright, so it seems like you can have it a little time off from the 1 turn, 2 turns. So there's a little bit of leeway there. But you definitely want to have your wine and your nettles in there for at least 2 turns, maybe 3 turns. But if you're getting hung up with all the different hit the bellows, all the fire went out, how I know how long, I almost think that if you let the fire burn out, that's almost like it counts for like 1 turn. Alright, so get the bellows still going. I'll go ahead and toss that in here, give the bellows another crank. Alright, I think it's about 5 seconds. We could probably count it down on the hourglass here. hourglass is the sand glass because it's really only like 5 seconds. We'll go ahead and throw this directly into the pot, and then why don't we count down on the sand glass and see how long that actually is. We'll give the bellows a crank. Alright, we're going to grab the sand glass, we flip it over, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go ahead and do it now. So it's about, between 8, 9 seconds. And we got another Saviour Schnapps. So one of the neat things is that once you get your alchemy skill up to a certain point, you can do auto potions. So that's pretty cool, huh? I'm not sure if it raises the alchemy skill. I'm going to have to look into that for you guys. But you do the auto potions. You come over to the book, and it'll actually have an option, like if I go to read. See, F key for auto brew. We don't have that quite yet on this character. Go ahead and grab some nettles. You have to get the level 10 in order to get the perk for auto brew. But this is kind of relaxing. You kind of feel like Martha Stewart's over here. Grab some belladonna. And we toss that in. Okay, not exactly sure if it had it long enough to do its thing, so I'm going to go ahead and give it one more crank here. Let's go ahead and throw the sand glass this time. And we'll grab our dish. Let it kettle down to roughly half, a little bit more than half. And then now's a good time. Fire kind of went out, so we go ahead and toss it in there. Alright, so we're cooking it again. We go ahead and hit that sand glass, flip it over, grab a vial. So you can kind of get into a fluid motion here, making your potions. That ought to do her. It's too bad you can't make a big batch, right? And just do vial, 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 vial. Alright, there's another Saviour Schnapps. So we're just going to keep this going. Prepared our ingredients. Grab our wine. Pour it in there. Get some nettles. Toss it in. Yeah, and I literally got enough ingredients for all these just by doing like a little run in-game, maybe 2 or 3 in-game hours before I ran back over here to the Alchemy. In fact, I put some videos out, me grabbing the belladonna and looking at all the other herbs and showing you where to find them. And then I took my horse to the Old Town Road, and I rode until I got to the Alchemy bench. And that's where we parked Pebbles. Go ahead and throw it in the dish. I think I want to let it burn one more time here. I'm going to burn those nettles. Come on, nettles. Boink. We'll grab our dish. And right about now. Go ahead, throw it in there. Give those bellows a crank. We're not going to do the sand glass this time. We're just going to grab that file. And let's say another 5 more seconds. Alright, let's see what we got. And we got another alchemy point and another Saviour Schnapps. So you can see how the alchemy is going up really fast. I think I started this video with alchemy score of 3 on this character. And so I think it's up to like 5 or 6 now. Once you get it to 5, to kind of give you a quick boost to the next tier, and I'll show you that next, we'll go run over to the alchemist. He's probably sleeping right now, but we definitely want to get it before we get to level, let's say 9. We probably want to get to level 9 and then we can have him help us raise our skill up. He's going to charge us. So nothing's free. That's good. I think that was one belladonna. And here's two belladonna. And we'll do some pestle. It'd be kind of funny if there had NPCs that tried to rob you while you were doing things like alchemy. Sneaking up behind you. Throw that in there. We're not quite ready for her. Right. I would pull the bellows while I'm holding the mortar and pestle, but I don't have 3 arms, so I'm just going to have to make do with putting it into the dish. Doop, 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 doop. And while I'm holding the dish, I can grab that bellows and give it another yank. And we'll throw these in. Splat. Give that below another yank. Grab our file. Say about 4 more seconds. Alright, that ought to be. And so, oh, yep, there it is, another Saviour Schnapps. You don't need to have a high skill, as I said, like for making Saviour Schnapps. It's a pretty powerful, right, save potion, right? But all you need to do is have the ability to read, have the ingredients, find yourself an alchemy bench, and just kind of follow the instructions. I mean, when you read them, it's a little confusing. But once you've seen it, it makes it a lot easier, right? You just get those nettles in the wine, get that fire going, and then you can get to work on 2 belladonna. Yep. By the time you get to level 10, where you can auto brew these things, you'll be having dreams about making Saviour Schnapps. Yeah, Bianca told Henry that this was his favorite, right? Saviour Schnapps. I mean, you kind of like take it for granted when she gives you that Saviour Schnapps, but it's good stuff. If she was still around, she could be making these for us. Alright, we'll go ahead and throw it in here. Boom, belladonna. I give it one more crank, and about 5 more seconds. Grab that vial, and think of Bianca making you this potion. Another Saviour Schnapps. Alright, I would go and get another free level up, but I think the alchemist is sleeping right now. Go ahead and grab that nettles. So while the alchemist is sleeping, the little elves are making Saviour Schnapps. Big old pot, and all we've put is 1 vial. I'm telling you, we should be able to kind of keep pouring. Alright, throw it in the dish, get 1 more burn going for those nettles. I think the most efficient, you gotta pull that bellows more than once too, by the way. Gotta get it nice and boiling. Let's say about 4 more seconds. Go ahead and give another crank. And then we'll throw it in the cauldron. Bam. Do another crank. It's really boiling now. Alright, let's give it another 5 seconds. Let's see what we got. And I'm allowing myself to get a little sloppy to see what the odds are of not making it, but you can see I'm still pumping them out. Saviour Schnapps after Saviour Schnapps. Alright, go to the wine. Go to the nettles, grab one bunch. So if you can't make Saviour Schnapps after this video, well, I guess you could watch it again. But I'm thinking I'm going to be dreaming about Saviour Schnapps. Let's give it a crank so we don't run out of. There's about 3 cranks on the bellows. You hear those bubbles going. We should be able to toss it right in after this one. So that's a bit more efficient if you can skip the dish and go straight into the pot. But you want to make sure it's still burning when it's happening, because otherwise you probably didn't get 2 turns on the nettles. Alright, grab that file. About another 4 seconds. And let's see what we got. Still nice and hot. And a Saviour Schnapps. So I go to the book each time to prepare, that way I can skip going into my inventory. It just auto throws the ingredients up on the shelf for you. Alright, grabbing those nettles. I bet you Pebbles misses me right now. Don't you, Pebbles? Gonna have to give him an apple after this. Alright, grab the belladonna. Okay, so you throw the 2 belladonna down. It's probably a good time to pull the bellows another 3 times. Or 4. And then we grab the pestle. So by the time we get finished grinding this, we can just throw it right in the pot. Kind of helps us skip a step, like the dish. I only throw it in the dish if I let the fire go out. And as soon as you put that pestle down, you want to give that another awful yank. Get the vial. And I'm going to say it's probably like 8 seconds, between 8 and 10 seconds. And then we can grab. And Saviour Schnapps at another level. So if we look at our player, no, we can't do that quite yet. Let's back out of here. And we will look at our player and just check out our skills in Alchemy. We're at level 6. We got an extra point here now. So I might have skipped over getting that free level up to 5. Actually, no, you can't get. You get the very beginning one of 1, and then at level 5 through 9, you can get a bump up to 10, and then from 10 beyond there, I think you get another bump. But we went ahead and took Witcher, which gave us the ability to have your potions fill you up less so that you can take more potions. And then I think the next one I want to do is Trial and Error, which allows you to make 1 extra mistake. It's either that or else you can do Venomous Blade if you like poisons on your weapons. That might actually be pretty good, because Trial and Error, you know, you're gonna get good at making your potions. Just some potions are a little bit more involved. Why don't we go with Venomous Blade? That seems like a fun one to have. And I've been playing this character kind of sneaky-like. And dang, it does cost a lot of money to repair armor. So I'll have to do a video on repairing armor here. But the one that I'm trying to get to is Routine, which allows us to do auto-brew of potions. And then another good one to have is the Bundle Alchemist, but that also requires level 10. So we're going to put our level 10 into Routine 1 so that we can get Routine 2, which is going to auto-brew 3 potions for the price of 1 for your ingredients. and that's at level 13. But it is still dark right now, and if I look at skip time, you can see that we are around 2:30 in the morning. So once I get close to level 9, I should be able to swing around to the shop and have him bring me to level 10. And if I look at my ingredients, and I'm looking at where's my belladonna? Belladonna, I got my nettles. I might be out of belladonna, I don't think. Let's see if it lets me. Reading, and can I prepare? So I can't even prepare anymore. You don't have all the ingredients. So that brings me to the end of my Saviour Schnapps spree. And let's see how many Saviour Schnapps do we have now. And we'll find those under the food. So we'll go ahead and back out away from the alchemist bench. And we now have not 47. We can't possibly have 47. I'm telling you, I did not have 47. And they must have been giving us additional Saviour Schnapps in order for me to have 47 right now. That is incredible. So I got 47 game saves, and I could have sworn I had 3 earlier before I got started here. And so it must mean that as you make potions, you are getting additional, not just 1 or 2, you're getting like loads of potions. So I'll have to do another quick peek video on, like, you know, how many potions am I getting per brew by showing my inventory. I'll have to do that one next time. So take a look for that, and I will go get some belladonna, and I will put that next video up as soon as I can. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching.